Hello everyone, welcome back to this YouTube channel Globexa Immigration. In this video, I am going to discuss about very important but underrated topic related to PG work permit. It is your English test score. There are so many students in Canada who are unable to submit their PG work permit application just because their English test score is not ready. I am going to give you one practical advice related to PG work permit. It is take your English test score and clear it in the last semester of your study. Many people try to prepare for the English test score after getting course completion letter or after the end of classes. For example, if you are going to complete your classes in August next month, in that case, you should be ready with your English test score right now. So that as soon as you get your course completion letter, you should be able to submit your PG work permit application. Why so? Because as soon as you submit your PG work permit application, you will be allowed to work in Canada. Otherwise, after getting your course completion letter, you are no more a student and you cannot work in Canada until you submit your PG work permit application. Many people keep on waiting for their English test score and they do not even submit their application for 90 days after getting course completion letter. And they become out of status because you maintain your status in Canada just for 90 days. Even if you have your study permit maybe till December 2028, next year, next to next year, does not matter. As soon as you get your course completion letter, you are considered no more a student, and after 90 days of getting course completion letter, you are considered out of status. And if you submit your PG work permit application after 90 days, you need to restore your status as a student, and then you can submit your PG work permit application. And if you are restoring your status and you are out of status, and if you are submitting your PG work permit application, you cannot work in Canada unless your PG work permit is approved. So it becomes a really big problem for you because you'll be struggling in Canada to work. You are not allowed to work. So as soon as you get your course completion letter, you need to stop working. And then for 90 days, you did not submit your PG work permit application. You were allowed to submit application, but you did not submit it. And after 90 days, you submitted your application. And after that, unless you get a positive result, you cannot work in Canada. So you are losing your precious time. And even if you are getting a refusal, you are losing that time as well. Because if you are going to get a refusal, maybe in first 30 days, 40 days, in that case, you can easily reapply for your PG work permit application. There is no problem in that. We have done it in past, so you can resubmit the application. There is no problem. But if you are going to delay your PG work permit application, suppose you are submitting your PG work permit application after 150 days of getting your course completion letter. What will happen in that scenario? Suppose you get your result after 180 days, then you can't even submit your PG work permit application again. So you are losing your precious time, and you can utilize this time first to earn for yourself. Second, the amount of work you are doing right now, this work is going to be counted towards your PR as well. So you are losing on the PR points because you are not working right now. So your work is going to be start for PR it is going to start later on. Second, you are not working, you are not earning, so you are losing money during this period, and just waiting for your PG work permit, it adds to the anxiety. So you should not do it. Ideally, you should be ready with your English test score as soon as you get your course completion letter. You should be able to submit the application. Also, there is one more thing. People, either they are not aware or they are fearful about it. It is, you can submit your PG work permit application even without English test as well. Yesterday also I was talking to one of the clients, and I asked him to submit the application within 90 days, and he is about to take his test on 20th or 15th or 20th of this month, and he was saying that I will submit my application on 20th. What will happen in this scenario? Yesterday was the last date to submit his PG work permit application because 90 days are getting completed. So he did not submit the application. If he would have submitted the application on 90th day or before that, then he was allowed to work even during the processing of PG work permit application. So he did not submit the application. Now on 20th, suppose he get the right score, on 20th he will submit the application. What will happen after that? Suppose he gets his PG work permit approval after 6 months, then for next 6 months as well, he is not allowed to work. That's a problem. So you have already lost 3 months of time. 6 months, for example, it is going to take in PG work permit processing. So 9 months you are not working in Canada. And even if you are a single applicant, still your expenses are going to be bare minimum $1,000. So you have lost $9,000 that you are paying from your own pocket, and you are not working in Canada, and you have lost your precious time which you could utilize for your PR application. Because if you have counted your entire experience for 9 months, then just after 3 months you could be completing your 1 year of Canadian experience, and you could easily submit your application for Canada PR. So that was a possibility. Now you can't even create your expression of interest. So that's a big problem for you. So you are losing on everything just because you are not aware, or you are fearful. He was actually fearful because his friends told him that he cannot submit his English test score through Webform. So rather than listening to the consultants who are handling such kind of applications, they have a ton of experience of submission of applications. He's listening to his friends. So you need to be careful, but don't be fearful in immigration. If you become fearful, you are going to lose so many things in that. And if you are not careful, you are careless in that case as well, you are going to lose so many things, because you are going to make a mess of your entire application. So you can't be fearful and you can't be careless. So you need to be having a balance. So balance is, yes, you can submit the application and later on you can submit your English test score. So be ready with your score as soon as you get your course completion letter, and so that you can submit the application. What you should do, ideally, as soon as your last semester starts, you should be getting ready with your English test preparation and score. So you need to know what is my target. So your target is ideally CLB 7 in most cases. I am sharing what is CLB 7. So let me share my screen so that it gets clear to you. So I hope this window is visible. So many people don't even know who requires CLB 7, who requires CLB 5. If you have completed any study from a university, in that case, whether it is a diploma, PG diploma, master degree, bachelor degree, whatever you study you have done from a university, you require CLB 7. Quite straightforward. If you have studied in a university, CLB 7 is the requirement. But if you have studied in a college, but you have studied a UG diploma or PG diploma, then you require CLB 5. But in a college as well, if you have studied a bachelor's degree or master's degree, then also you require CLB 7. So just if you are studying a UG diploma or a PG diploma in, or a certificate in a college, then only you require CLB 5. Otherwise, you will require CLB 7. So your target should be CLB 7. And which test you need to take. Many people are really overconfident about their English test. We scored 7.5 bands in IELTS academic, and it's quite easy for me to score. Inside Canada, people are not getting even the 6 band or 6.5 bands for their PG work permit application. Even the best of people, they are not getting the score. That's a problem. So right now, I guess when people applied from India or from other countries, the score what they got was far better as per their capability. Now inside Canada, they are not getting the score. So don't be overconfident. You should get it 3 to 4 months before your course completion letter. So take your test quite early compared to your last date of your semester, whenever your study is going to be finished. So what is CLB 7? And there is one more misconception. If you are getting overall CLB 7, people consider that it is CLB 7. No, CLB 7 means CLB 7 in all modules. CELPIP, I consider is one of the best tests which you can take. So try to take CELPIP test. And in CELPIP, if you are getting CLB 7 in all modules, it is going to work. So it is in all modules. It is not overall, all modules. IELTS General, CLB 7 is 6 in all modules. That is called CLB 7. PTE Core, it is 60, 69, 60, 68. So this is the score you require to get. So this is the score you need to get in either CELPIP General, IELTS General, or PTE Core. And after taking this score, you can submit your application. Even if you are not getting the right score, still you can submit your application. There is no problem. As soon as you get the score, after that you can submit your application, submit your test score using a web form. So it can also be done. There is no problem in that. I have done it in past for so many applicants, so don't worry about it. It can also be done. So ideally within 90 days, you should submit your application. That is going to be the best way to proceed for your PG work permit application. If you submit your application after 90 days of getting course completion letter, then you need to restore your status, and then you can submit your application for PG work permit. So take your test as soon as possible, well before completion of your study, so that you do not lose any time to earn money to submit PG work permit on time, and you do not lose your status in Canada as well. That's how you should proceed. So I have covered what is the score needed. take it in last semester. I have covered that. Do not follow your friends and exceptions as well. Many people say that submit my application without test. I'm not going to take test. There are my friends who have got PG work permit without taking the test, without even submission of. Yes, those kind of exceptions are also there. I have also made videos for such kind of applicants who have received their PG work permit even without submission of their right test score. No test score was submitted or wrong test score was submitted. Still they got the approval. But there are exceptions. Exceptions cannot be generalized. You cannot submit your PG work permit application based on exceptions. So do not follow the exceptions. Do not follow your friends who have received PG work permit without the test score, or they are saying something to you which is creating fear in your mind about your application. So just you need to have the right information while you are proceeding for PG work permit application. And last thing I have cleared to you, you can submit your PG work permit application without the test score as well. And later on, you can submit the test score through Webform. And even if you get refusal, you can reapply for a PG work permit application. But after 180 days of getting course completion letter, you cannot submit your PG work permit application. So the maximum time available to you is 180 days. And 90 days ideally inside Canada, you should submit the application. After 90 days as well, you have 90 more days. And outside Canada, you have direct 180 days to submit your PG work permit application. So that's it for this particular video. If you also want to apply with me for PG work permit application, along with PG work permit, we can submit SOWP extension as well, or SOWP outside Canada. That application can also be submitted along with PG work permit application. So if you are in this kind of scenario, if you are single, if you are married, and if you want me to handle your PG work permit application, usually the charges are just $100 in a normal application. For PG work permit, it's quite nominal. So without taking any risk, we take care of the application for PG work permit. So you can proceed with me. If there is any complexity, charges are going to be usually $200. If you are still to take your English test score, then also charges are going to be $200. If there are any other complexities, then charges are going to be different, but usually it is $100 in normal application. So you can proceed with me for your PGWP, SOWP applications. And if you are married, then SOWP application can also be combined with PG work permit application. So thank you so much for watching this video till the end. If you want to apply with me, ping me on my WhatsApp number. I'd be happy to take care of your case. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. See you in next video. Thank you.